Forge! Gang! Let's go! Alright, so here it is, the big one. Or should I say, what a big letdown this is. You know, the Goku Black arc was pretty decent for all that it entailed, even though it was so short. But the way that the future Trunks arc ends is such a letdown. It's such a disappointment, dude. It's not like the Frieza and Cell arcs, dude. It's not satisfying. So, what is the deal, Warhammer? What's the big secret? For those of you that have never watched Dragon Ball Super, why is it such a big letdown? Why is the Goku Black arc, or the future Trunks arc, like, not really living up to the hype of Dragon Ball Z? And really, neither GT nor Super do. The movies, they kind of do get up to it, but dude, it just kind of goes to show that even with newer technology, better animators, better music composers, a better staff, you know, an entire writing team instead of just one guy drawing a single manga, and an entire staff and corporate network that pretty much takes care of the storytelling, the animation and stuff. It just kind of goes to show that corporations do not improve on the quality of the story. The Goku Black arc in Dragon Ball Super from 2016 is a good example of this. I mean, like, there's even a promo of it on the Japanese television first run of Resurrection F, where they kind of show the promo, but the thing is, when they did that, like, it was all, like, Fuji TV was already halfway through the Goku Black arc. Man, Goku Black is intrinsically a very interesting character. Like, he is totally merciless. He is cold-blooded. He wants to kill and wipe out all mortals and lesser deities in the entire microcosm. He's probably killed way more people than even Frieza or Cell or even Majin Buu. Like, the scale of people that Goku Black has killed is about the same as Majin Buu. You know, entire galaxies of people. It's like Dragon Ball Z Broly and Majin Buu. It's well above what Frieza or the Saiyans had ever done. You know, and he has God Ki. He is the first total villain of Dragon Ball Super that has divine Ki, and he can access and transform into all of Goku's forms. Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, or Super Saiyan Blue. He can also access the Kaioken, the instantaneous movement. He can also transform into his own version of Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan Rosé. And because he's a Supreme Kaioshin, he can live for very long periods of time, you know. You would think that a badass character like this would get a great story arc, but no. It's only about, 16 episodes, thereabouts. maybe 14 episodes, and then he's gone, dude. You know. Well, anyways, Goku Black and future Zamasu, they use the Potara earrings and they fuse into Fusion Zamasu. And he's not exactly what you would call an interesting character. He looks like a Jedi, and he looks like a Final Fantasy character in Jedi clothing, basically. That's fused Zamasu. Like, he's got angelic rings and kind of like angelic energy and vibes and stuff like Whis. He creates this giant, Punisher thing of ki and shoots down infinite blasts on Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta. And he's just all powerful and stuff, right? Well, Goku and Vegeta finally do something they have not done since the Majin Buu arc. Or the Shadow Dragons arc. They fuse into Vegito, who becomes Super Saiyan Blue Vegito. And there's a pretty great epic fight and stuff. I think the manga did the fight better than the anime because it's so short, it's less than 1 episode long. But then, I mean, it's just crazy, dude. It's so ridiculous. Okay, so think about this. Vegito is mortal, so technically the Potara earrings can only last for 1 hour. That's the limit. Fusion Zamasu is half mortal, so technically they both have the same time limit. But when the 1 hour is up, and Vegito separates back into Goku and Vegeta, Fusion Zamasu stays fused. Now, how retarded is that? I mean, how do they explain that? You know, I guess fusion lasts a little bit longer for Fusion Zamasu than it does for Vegito. I don't get it. Well, anyways, in the anime, Future Trunks uses all of the light energy or divine energy or life or health energy from all of the survivors on the Earth, which there shouldn't be that much life left on Earth at this point, because, like, it's all been killed by the androids and Goku Black, you know, and also from all the fighting that has taken place. So, regardless, Future Trunks gets the health energy, he gets the Genki, and he absorbs it into his broken sword and creates the Sword of Light. The Sword of Hope, or whatever, and he impales Fusion Zamasu and tears him in two and destroys his body. But then, a new entity called Bodiless Zamasu takes shape. He fuses into the microcosm and takes over the entire microcosm and kills all of the mortals and gods that are left in the multiverse, right? So Goku, because Goku's a Mary Sue, Goku is always a Mary Sue, Vegeta is always a Mary Sue, and voila, he's got the Zeno summoning press button. So Goku has, by pure chance, the Zeno button. And he calls future Zeno and tells him everything that's going on, and, he's never met future Zeno. He's met, present timeline Zeno a couple of times, but he's never met future Zeno. And just by pure coincidence, Zeno or future Zeno is a Mary Sue. And just by pure coincidence, he erases the entire multiverse, including the entire microcosm that fused Zamasu infested like a virus, because, fused Zamasu can morph into all of time and space. He doesn't have a physical body anymore, and he's now completely immortal. But Zeno is so ridiculously powerful, he can just snap his fingers, and it's all gone just like that. So, there's this big, giant-ass explosion, and a big whop of light. And you kind of see this phantom made up of light energy or whatever, or dark matter energy that takes on the face or the head of Zamasu. It kind of looks like that thing from that movie Elysium. You know the Alien series, and then there's Elysium, and that planet that's kind of shaped like the architect or the engineer, the planet that, the face of the engineer on that 2012 Alien movie. Well, that's what Zamasu looks like when he dies. So, fusion or fused Zamasu crackles and screams and collapses into this powerful void of energy, and basically it's all wiped out, and then boom, just like that, it's gone. Goku, Vegeta, Future Trunks, Bulma, Future Mai, they go back in time. They go back to Future Trunks' timeline. They pick up Future Zeno. They go back in time. And presto, Zeno now has a friend, his future timeline self. So Future Mai and Future Trunks go back to the Future Trunks timeline, which, by the way, was destroyed by Future Zeno. So, how can they go back to their timeline if the entire multiverse was destroyed? But regardless, they do. They get in contact with Future Whis, who wakes up Future Beerus, and I guess he traps Future Zamasu in the Z-Sword and wipes out or erases Goku Black from existence when he gets there through the time ring or whatever. Or they're both sealed into the Z-Sword. So, that is the fate of Fusion Zamasu. Thevia Slick, Goku Black's visual style is so cool. I know, it really is. It's really something impressive. He's really dark and very gothic looking, and he's kind of like Batman. He's kind of like a combination of Batman and the Joker and stuff, and it's really cool. Really interesting to have an evil version of Goku with all that new power and access to God Ki and all those forms and ki attacks and Kamehameha waves and stuff. Fused Zamasu got the corny death his goofy ass deserved. Dude, it was so messed up, man. All that happened was it looks like a bunch of fireworks going off, and then it's have you ever played Earthbound or Mother 2? Have you ever played that Super Nintendo game Earthbound, and you see the final villain? That's what bodiless Zamasu looks like. He looks like the final villain on Earthbound. And they both die in a very similar way. After you're finished with this series, I'd love to see you review the 3 Dragon Ball Super movies, if you'd be up for it, bro. I'd love to hear your opinion on them. I'm gonna get there, man. Don't worry, bro. Don't worry, I will cover those Dragon Ball Super movies. You're talking about Battle of Gods, Resurrection F, Broly, and Superhero. Right? The new movie Superhero? Yeah, I'm gonna cover all of those, bro. Oh, by the way, I actually watched all of Dragon Ball Superhero on YouTube. I know the entire plot of it, dude. There's actually, well, I tell you what, I won't tell you the entire plot, but I've seen it. I've seen it pirated. I also watched Broly and Resurrection F before they were released in America as well. I didn't know about Battle of Gods until it was already out, unfortunately, but yeah. Yeah, I've already seen Superhero Man. Pretty cool. It's a pretty interesting movie. So, there any other questions? Because I'm done with the Goku Black arc now, so yeah. Yeah, he does look like that boss from Earthbound. They fully ripped that design. I know, dude. Yeah, exactly, dude. What was his name? I think it was, yeah, it was Gygus. That's it, it was Gygus, dude. Yeah, if you've played Earthbound, and you've seen what Gygus looks like, that's exactly what bodiless fused Zamasu looks like. Oh yeah, I forgot about the Dragon Ball Super manga. In the Dragon Ball Super manga, they do something different. The fusion between future Zamasu and Goku Black expires, and they separate again, and then future Trunks runs his sword right through Goku Black and impales him. And then Goku Black instantly transforms into fused Zamasu, future Zamasu transforms into fused Zamasu, and they all get together and they wipe out and destroy the two fused Zamasus. And then every time that a piece of his body or clothing is torn off, it turns into a new fused Zamasu. And so now there's like thousands and hundreds of fused Zamasus. And there's this panel in the last chapter of the Goku Black arc in the manga where Goku and Vegeta are facing down in front of the destroyed Capsule Corporation, all of these different waves of fused Zamasus. It's a lot like Fortnite, dude. If you've ever, if you remember the second Cooler movie in the West, it's called Dragon Ball Z, The Return of Cooler. You know how Goku and Vegeta are battle-hardened and they're staring down the army of metal coolers? That's what that panel looks like. So basically, the entire universe is infested with countless quintillions of fused Zamasus. Just trillions and trillions of Zamasus. So Goku presses the Zeno button, summons future Zeno. They go back in time, future Zeno destroys the entire multiverse and kills all of the different fused Zamasus. It's basically like the Triform technique that Ten Shinhan uses, where he splits up into different bodies, except without the division of power. They're all equally as strong as the original fused Zamasu. So future Zeno destroys all of the fused Zamasus, and he destroys the entire multiverse. And that's basically the end of it, dude, in the manga. It's so retarded, dude. They ripped off Gygus from Earthbound with bodiless Zamasu, and it's just really stupid and pathetic, dude. So, I guess that's it, man. And yeah, I will do the Broly movie, bro. Oh, wow. That's cool you saw it early. I can't wait to see it. It's been 3.5 years since the Super Broly movie, so I'm ready for another super movie. Yeah, it's going to be about the Red Ribbon Army and about the grandson of Dr. Gero. There's going to be new androids, and there's going to be some fight with the Red Ribbon Army. It's going to be cool, bro. Well, that's about it. Hope you enjoyed it, man.